Hey, good people. I just wanted to take a few minutes to review my shadow student experience last week. I had the opportunity to shadow Sydney Curtis in the 7th grade, and just kind of want to pass on some things that I've been reading about, but also um, just kind of relate that to what I was able to see. So I've been reading this article, well, it's a series of articles by George Curio. He's the author of that Innovator's Mindset book that I've been reading. So I've kind of subscribed to his mailings, and from time to time I'll see something that kind of hits me, but this is pretty timely. Last week was one on the 4 non-negotiables for schools, and so I'll kind of go through these 4 items and see how those things applied to our visit last week. It was kind of interesting, especially with the day that we had with the power outage and everything, but really want to kind of highlight some of those things that I think we're doing really well. One of the non-negotiables is they're welcoming in a warm environment. I can't express this enough. The environment that you guys create on a daily basis is very positive, and the kids recognize that. This is a picture of us before we can enter into the classroom, and Mrs. in the Cornland classroom. You can't enter unless you get a high five or a handshake, and that was one of the things that was put in one of those articles in our Google Plus community. But it's really true. I mean, the kids start their day or their morning with a high five or a handshake. It really allows them to know that they're welcome and you want them there. But I see this all over the building, and I see that's a huge impact when we talk about relationships. You could say that 3 times, and it wouldn't be enough. But those are the most important things that we do. We interact with kids, and this is one of the things I got to see. One of the other non-negotiables is they develop students as good people and learners. This is a picture of us in the band room during the power outage, and they're very creative and problem solvers. We were not to be halted in our music making that day. We had our lights out and music was going, even though it could have been a huge distraction in there. So just those things that we offer, like our elective programs, whatever it might be, whatever the kids are interested in, we're helping grow those students. And teaching them how to learn in different ways using their brains. And this is a picture of Sydney and I. We got to work in the kitchen, and again, opportunities for our kids to do different things and to experience this. What I've learned about Sydney is she's very grounded and a true little leader of sorts. She was the one basically leading the band through the darkness. We had a substitute for the day, but she was very active, and I think we allow kids those kind of roles and opportunities, so I feel really good about that. Another thing that schools do is they model the learning they expect from their students. I'm seeing more and more of this, teachers kind of stepping back and challenging students with problems or whatever it might be for the day. Beginning of the semester, I've seen lots of team building activities, getting kids to work together. But they also see us throughout the day talking to one another, and they know we meet on Monday afternoons. And so I think that's really good for the kids to see us in that role. I think our ability to kind of hand over some of the reins as far as learning goes has been a good thing for our kids to see. So it's just throughout the building you can see these kinds of things going on, but it was very evident. We got to build the tallest tower with spaghetti, tape, and marshmallows. Our team won, and that was pretty cool. So, same picture, but I didn't have too many opportunities. I got my cell phone taken away a couple times during the day. Thank you for that. But one of the other non-negotiables is they stoke curiosity, not extinguish it. And again, we are kind of moving more and more towards this, that there's wide open solutions to any one problem, and giving our kids a look at the thinking that needs to go on. We're not only preparing them for today, but we're preparing them for their futures, that they're going to have to work in these kinds of environments. But also thinking that there might be multiple right answers, I know it doesn't always apply, but I hear the conversations go on, and asking the kids to think for themselves and think it through. Does that make sense? What your answer might be are some of the things that I hear a lot. And our kids are becoming less dependent on us. I know it doesn't seem like something we should be doing, but definitely they're thinking more and more on their own. I know we aren't all the way there yet, and we sometimes think of success in this linear sort of way that we're just going to go from A to B and get there. You know, I really think that success looks a lot more like the right side, and that's a good thing. I think we're learning. We try one thing, we don't totally get it. We become frustrated, and then we try something different. And it might take us a whole loop around 3 other things before we kind of start heading in the right direction, and that's life. And that's what I love about this place, and you guys are game for doing the work and figuring out what works for kids. You know, and we got a lot of work to do, and I think we could all admit that we're in the beginning phases of greatness. But I really love the attitude that I see from you guys, and really proud of the work that you do. So. Those are just some of my things that I was able to relate throughout the day. You know, with the power outage, it was kind of a weird day, but we all made it through. Everyone was calm, and it ended up being okay. But I encourage you to keep up the great work. You know, my conversations with kids, you know, on a daily basis, but especially during this day, I ask lots of questions of suggestions they might make for us, but never once did I hear that you know, the kids felt as though we didn't care or weren't looking out for their best interest. So keep up the good work. It was a great day. I appreciate people allowing me to be in their classrooms. It was kind of fun. Thank you, Rhonda, for making it make me feel welcome like a new student. And so those are my wanderings for the week. But again, keep up the great work, and I look forward to what's next.